Hello, 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 and welcome to another inciting installment of A Little Dangerous Benign, with me, your host and co-pilot, Commander Jack Lyttle. I'm hunching down a little at the moment because my camera's not pointing high enough. Hang on, let's just get the old stick shadow to... There we go. No, still off. Oh, don't want you in. There we go. I'm sorry, but I don't. Maniac Psycho, thank you very much for that, host, and welcome to this relaxing, well, it's not going to be relaxing very really, Sunday stream of the show we've all come to admit the existence of. A Little Dangerous Benign is, I found out, I should show you this actually because it's important. I think it's important. Anyway, my head tracking's a bit wonky. Oh, as ever. There we go. How was that? Oh, I'll have a little salute at you. I could do that live. I don't know why I used the emote. There we go. Right. So what it was, you see, I had this problem where I couldn't find my weapons, and the problem was here. You see, because it kept saying, you know, can't use this module in current cockpit view. And someone on the forums pointed out that I needed to do a key binding to allow me to switch between modes. So I went into mode switch looking for cockpit mode. I couldn't find it anywhere. Looked high and low, and turned out it was there, switch HUD mode, because it's called something else in the controls than what the game says it's called, which is not helpful. So, might be mentioning that to someone at some point soon. If it hasn't been mentioned already. Ooh, hello. Thank you. Just move you out there, I think that's better. Switch HUD mode. I'll commit that to memory. Yes, very important. Very important. Right, and we're back in the pit. Ha. Oh, and I just need to get my stick of joy out from under the sliding keyboard thing. Shelf. It's a shelf, isn't it? It's a sliding keyboard shelf. I'm still not happy with that camera, you know. Oh. Fidgety. Right. So, yes, MCUDs couldn't find it either. Yeah, so that's mode switch, switch HUD mode, yes. That's where it is hidden. I think I'd actually set it up already, because I'd set it to H, which sounds like me. In fact, look, can we do that in here? There we go. Analysis mode. Combat mode. Splendid. Right. So, where are we? This is where we left the ship. We're in Weatherby Orbital at the moment. Because I had to log in sort of earlier to set this all up. Make sure it was working. It's tonight. Uh-oh. Well, I was going to say that I installed a fuel scoop, but it doesn't look like we need it now. Hang on. Well, let's leave it in there. Save time. So yes, we're going to go off to Maya, where I understand there are some Thargoid combat zones awaiting us. Game sound is louder than you are. Yes, I thought that. Hang on. I've turned it...
Reports of moderate traffic in this sector.
What's going on here? Audio? What? Madness. Oh. That should be muted anyway. Actually, let's do that. Oh, it's interesting. Voice volume a little bit higher. Optimize for nighttime. No. Optimize for boost. Why not? Why not? There we go. Oh! It wasn't a complaint. Well, thank you very much, M. Curtains. Oh. If Christmas wasn't coming. Speaking of which, still not quite decided what to do for Christmas.
Frameshift drive charging.
Got a couple of ideas which I need to action. It's all about preparation. Christmas, isn't it? Yeah. But what I can tell you is that right now. Oh, hang on. Oh dear. Sorry, my hair's. Are we thinking special? We're always thinking special Christmas stream, definitely. Which I think that was pretty. Which I think is going to be on the 23rd this year. So I think I'm going to have a costume, maybe. But
Frameshift drive charging.
we're going to have to get up to some sort of Christmas japes, aren't we? I had toyed with the idea of getting one of those Jackbox party things. So that we could all have fun with it, you know, in the stream. Collaborative distributed cracker pudding. Gives a firm yes from MC. I've been enjoying on other people's streams the Robot Rat Battle, which isn't a very Christmassy game. Rat battles, you know, but it's a lot of fun. What I'd really like to do is charades, but quite sure how that's going to work. Oh, by the way, MC, also, this will interest you. I'm in voice on the Discord at the moment. Paolo Lawson 2299. Welcome to the stream, sir. Ooh, speaking of which, as we are now here assembled, Capri Sun all round. Yes. Can't get enough of those.
Drive charging.
You know, one of my favourite things is looking down at that stream deck and seeing all the little smell buttons all lined up. Lovely.
4, 3, 2.
How are you, Paolo? We're off to Maya to see what we can see. I'm assuming Thargoid activities. Oh, mama. That was an impressive arrival.
Fuel scooping.
Most interesting. Right. I just wanted to check something momentarily. Paolo is very well. Glad to hear it. Yep, just checking if the incursion was still there. Still there. Yes, we're back in beta, Paolo. Because we found out what the problem was with getting your guns out. And we fixed it. It was a bit... I'm going to say 60% my fault, 40% Frontier. I'm going to go with that. Oh. I'm going to go with that. Right.
Frameshift drive charging.
So yes, so we're What I'd really like to do is track down some of those there, what are they called? I can't remember now. The Star Warsy bits. Quite like the look of the Star Warsy bits. Though we've not really got much for fighter.
Fuel scooping.
I'm enjoying that little discovery doohickey. It's in keeping with the material finding, isn't it? I think it's very similar sound.
Fuel scoop
Ooh,
disengaged.
I think we've got yeah, headlight indicator there as well. That's exciting. M. Curtains tucks into some apple and cherry crumble. He bought at a charity Christmas fair today. Oh, I do love a crumble. Is it proper crumble or is it that oaty crumble that's not as good? I'm sorry, oats, but it's just not. So it's proper. Good. Especially, you know, now that it's Christmas, apparently. You know, should allow ourselves a little indulgence.
Fuel scooping.
I forget sometimes that this isn't actually the elite music. Oh, now.
Disengaged.
I don't know if this is connected, but I remember last time we were beatering, I did have the game music in rather than pretzel.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I thought, you know, potential of new tunes and that. In fact, we might do that when we get to Maya. I think I'll switch the music back on, the game music. Because I'm hoping there'll be some special Thargoided music. Thargoid music is a lot like human music, except they only have 8 notes in their octaves. It's a joke there. Joke there about Thargoids and musical scales.
Fuel scooping.
Hope you enjoyed it. Right, we've arrived.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So let's go and check out Obsidian. It might be that this is something that stays in the game. However, it's just as likely that it will be pulled. I suppose only time will tell. That's my that's my Obsidian Ant impression, which I've been working on. It's still a work in progress, you know. And it's as much to do with the writing as well as everything. M. Curtains writes, I didn't know you could pull off such a good Jamaican accent. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Griefed. See? Grief knows quality when he hears it. I'll see you, boys and girls, later. It was guys and girls, isn't it? Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. It'd be awful if any of you clipped that, by the way. I'd be so embarrassed. Curious route we took there, but got the job done. Got the job done. I've often likened Obsidian's voice to a sort of comfy old armchair. You know, it's a bit ragged. You can't really get rid of. I mean, you don't want to get rid of it. That's the point. Because it's just too darn comfortable.
Mike. We look forward to receiving you at the station, Commander. Please follow docking procedures and enjoy your visit.
There we go.
Landing permitted. Set down on landing badge.
Bit of enunciation work, and you'd be right for Radio 4. Absolutely. Now there is, I think, a gentleman of Caribbean, I think, descent on Radio 4, who also has a wonderful, wonderful voice. I think he's what we used to call back in the day a housewife's favourite. A little bit slow even for my tastes. There we go. Oh, grief. Can we get 45? My favorite number. Oh, Gene Bello, welcome to the stream. Gene Bar, Gene Bar, Gene Bar, Gene Bello. There we go.
Deploy landing gear.
Oh, silly. Ooh. Now, I've done that thing again where I've had too much time. Yep.
Landing gear deployed.
And too much time to set up.
To Obsidian Orbital, your sanctuary in the depths of space. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Ah. Thank you, Ob. I think one more go, MC. One more go. I think we're there. Hurrah! 42. My favourite number. That was too soon after the last one. Fractured the credibility there. And I will just, ooh. I forgot there's no outfitting here, is there? Never mind. We are indeed in beta, Jean Barreau. Yes, I worked out the little problem with the switching cockpit modes, or HUD modes as they are labelled in the in the command bindings. Lovely, lovely landing there. Ooh, hello.
Please reduce your speed to 100 meters per second when within the station perimeter. This is for your safety and for the safety of your fellow pilots.
Doing that, right.
Thank you.
So I thought we'd check out some of these here Thargoid conflict zones. I should probably turn the lights off. Although, you know, if these Thargoid chaps have compound eyes, make a torch a valuable weapon. That's pretty, wasn't it? How are you, Jean? Very nearly a pun. Oh, I think we're having a bit of a beluga fest. Oh yeah. Here we go. Corking, look at that. So the eye candy in this game just gets better and better.
Frameshift drive charging. 4,
If I do say so myself.
2,
10k run this morning, so spent the rest of the day shattered. Oh, it's a nice sort of shattered though, isn't it? Oop, hello. Thank you.
This system is crawling with Thargoids. If we don't push them back, we'll be overrun. Think you can handle it?
No. But I'll give it my best shot. Hello, who's this?
Warning. Shield breach attack. Under attack. Taking damage. Warning. Caustic damage detected.
Already? Oh yeah, I'm on. If I'm going down, I'm going to take one of you with me. Probably won't though. The boat run this morning was shortened and diverted due to a signet stuck in fence. Probably embarrassed the poor thing. Perhaps my colleague there had something to do with it.
Under attack. Frameshift anomaly detected.
Uh-oh. It's not a good sign, is it?
Target destroyed.
Right. Let's, hurry back, shall we?
Frameshift drive charging.
I've got a lock on the primary.
I've done all I can here.
Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
There's a way to join the Thargoid side of things. Only by playing very badly for the humans, I think. You can unofficially play, but the Thargoids will attack you nevertheless.
Taking damage.
Lake on Golf India Mike. We look forward to receiving you at the station, Commander. Please follow docking procedures and enjoy your visit.
Enjoy my visit.
Position authorized. Set down
Enjoy
on
breathing.
landing pad 2-2.
We've got a decontamination unit handy. Pretty sure there's been some tweaks to the sound. A lot of tweaks to the sound. of late.
Landing gear deployed.
Before I started the stream, I was noticing all sorts of.
Caustic substance.
There we go.
Incoming mission critical message.
Touchdown confirmed. Docking restraints engaged.
Hull repair.
Oh. look at that. Biscuiteer. Biscuiteer, I am. Yeah, no.
Landing coupler disengaged. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Damn beluga stuff. Yeah. Good movement, likely in air. One living crate. Ooh.
Warning. Observe minimum clearance distance. This is a flight regulations warning. Vacate this area at once, Commander.
Landing gear retracted.
My bad. Oh. Oh.
All clear. Have a safe trip,
Good.
Commander.
Frameshift drive
Thank you.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I didn't cash in then, did I? Oh well. It's only play money. No, now the camera's too high. Oh. There. Probably get that sorted out by 10.
Frameshift anomaly detected. Warning. Shield breach attack. Under attack. Taking damage.
How about you? Would it help if I was trying to hit it? Slightly too close for comfort now. No.
Target destroyed. Frameshift anomaly
dear.
detected.
It's uncomfortable. Ooh. It seems to have lit the map with green, which is what we like. So like being able to...
Target destroyed.
There we go. Have the wrong thing at full tilt. Not helping me maneuverability there.
Good to have you on the team. Let's kill some Sargoids.
Frameshift anomaly detected.
Rather, can't we just have a chat or something? Try and understand their needs.
Target destroyed. damage detected.
Ooh. That's awkward. Whenever you're ready, can we, whoa. Awkward. I was going to put the music on as well. That sounds promising. Well done. Those Thargoids didn't really take much advantage of turning everyone off like that, did they? Not much, no. I think caustic boom would have been a perfect second phase to that attack. Come on. Scary things now, which I'm not rather keen on. Doing anything against. That is why we're here. Ah, welcome, Nilexor. Paolo Lawson, I tried chatting to one, but it ignored me and ate an escape pod instead. That hurts a lot, actually. Wowzers. Should we, cash in? I think we should cash in, don't you? Oh dear, 23%. Not looking good. There we go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Oh. Oh, lummy. That was not fun at all, was it? You should have just tried to find that cloud. much more of a relaxing way to. I think I can. Oh, getting hit with the computer now. Whoops. Further away from obsidian. Well, that's fine. We're not all causticed up.
India, Mike. Welcome to this independent station, Commander. Please fly safely during arrival and departure.
It's almost too energetic for a Sunday.
Access granted. Adjust heading for approach to pad 07.
Try not to cause any kerfuffles this time. Landing pad 7. Fuel rats represented. Lovely stuff. So, how are you, Lyttle?
Warning. Landing gear not deployed.
Dear. Turning into quite David. You know.
Landing gear deployed. Incoming mission critical
anything.
message.
Contact. Docking restraints engaged.
Will be reprimanded. I shall keep that in mind. We're off the Magic 42 now. Never mind. Curious. I'm at a loss.
Full repair.
Ah, 60k, so...
Incoming message.
Obsidian Orbital wishes all outgoing pilots a safe and beautiful journey. Thank you for visiting our station.
I'm now cordial. That's nice. Do a bit of cordial. Lime. That's my favourite cordial, of course. Ah, dear. Right, so there was something else I wanted to do while I was here. Which is... yeah. There's apparently here that not sure how one would find it. I don't think we can do that while we're docked, can we? Let's have a look. No, we can't. Super cruise course, right.
Pilots may be subjected to random scans when entering and exiting the starport.
Detach confirmed. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Words to live by. Anyone else wish the codex didn't show the picture of stuff you haven't seen yet? That's a good point, MC. It's one worth raising. At least it could let you turn them off. Yeah. I like to see new things firsthand. Yeah. Especially, you know, the emphasis is on discovery.
Safe travels, Commander.
Even if you're following, you know, if you're discovering by numbers, as it were.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3,
Remember the first time I saw a downed nav vehicle. It was a great experience. Oh yeah, I love all that. Throttle down to use. Oh, of course, yes. There we go. Right. To the old EP. Oh, yes, I turned that off. Well done, me. Well done. Quite sure what happened there. Ooh, blimey. Hotbed of activity there. No Newman. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be the way of it for this, I think. Oop. Got another layer. Oh dear, right. Convoy. Busy system this is. Oh, quickie zooms in and out. Because there's rather a lot of them. Distress call. Don't think I'm your man, I'm afraid. Tonight. Coded emissions. Graded emissions. Black O, marvelous. Ooh. Oh, be a little bit more forgiving, surely. I know I am. I'm feeling that's the one that we're gonna get more luck with. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Don't know if I am. Oops. Come on. Right on top of it. The distress call. My apologies. Oops. Try these again. Ooh, having trouble actually believing I'm moving there. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Ooh, there's a listening post. What about you? Ah, dear. Right. Oh. Place is awash. Awash with Thargoids. It's almost like we're in their territory, not the other way around. Imagine that. I suppose the zero threat distress calls are people who are stuck without fuel or whatever. So we could theoretically, check them out. Where are you? I think we might be a little out of luck. I don't want to sit through 58 signal locations. Are there NPC fuel rescues now? Yes, there are. Yeah, we can do that. Well, we could do that if we had the kit. It's certainly more epic than it is in reality, I would say. Should be 35 of these, theoretically. It's rather a lot. Thing with the epic. Ooh, pretty, very pretty. Yeah, the thing with the epic soundtrack is that you don't necessarily know what you're going to get with it, because sometimes it's epic in the grand cinematic style, and sometimes it is. Sometimes it's unearthly quiet, like now. Oop, there we go. Ooh, it's all gone a bit Battlestar Galactica. What does the black hole look like zoomed in? It's a good question, actually. Is that what that was? I think it was, wasn't it? You can target things on here, apparently. We lost you now. I'm assuming that's what that... yeah. That's definitely not... Oh, what I thought it was. Let's come out of this and quickly go into system map. Yeah. I think this will... So that's Maya B, isn't it? Right. Okay. More Spalians. Ooh, new signal sources coming in. Well, rather heavy cluster of non-human signals there. Well, I'm stumped. I don't know how we're supposed to find these things. We are filling up our codex, which is nice. So we'll have to do this all again when we're back in the game proper. Although this being a free beta. Perhaps they'll carry the codex through, who knows? Might be too difficult, might not be worth a candle. I think what we're going to do is check out one of those JJ Smashing Pumpkins. Well done. I think it may slow down the cherry picking method and thus my eco trip around the galaxy. Yes, it is more involved, certainly. But yeah, you can, as MC suggests, you can sort of zero in on the specific things you're looking for. I think somebody had posted saying that they'd sped things up quite dramatically themselves. So it's failed to save someone. Or not, you know. JJ, have you tried trying it out to compare it with live? I need to head back to the beta to try it out this week. I will. Good stuff. I think the other thing as well is that the jonking is still very much doable in the game as well, which I think they've slightly underplayed because obviously they want to show off the new stuff rather than the old stuff. But the there you are. I see them. It's an eagle. Hello, eagle. Nope, that's not very friendly, is it? Well, problem? I think you should maybe talk about it. Hi. There's a thought. Hang on, let's oh, nope, not that one. That one. Yes. Everything seems to be working. I can only assume that he's run out of fuel. Jack, how's you anyways? It's so rude of me not to ask. Oh, that's quite fine. I'm splendid, I think. Nice relaxing Sunday. Quite pleased that we've managed to sort out the problem I was having with Beta. I've got a feeling this chap's just going to be a mask, isn't he? But I've realised I've never actually done this. And when does one get the opportunity? At least he still has thruster fuel. Indeed, yeah. Barrow Black, welcome to the stream. Oh, let's try this again then. Oh, hang on. I've got an idea. There. Oop. I thought it's only today or tomorrow. Oh, last day of beta. Is it really? I mean, yeah, I knew that, being a professional streamer. Yeah. Not quite got as far as randomly generating pilots yet. Just get these little matchstick men. That's a shame. It's always lovely to have Grief with us. His absence makes our hearts, all of our hearts grow fonder. Be that Jane or Henry, depending on our worldview. What? What do you want? What do you want? Oh, well, never mind. At least Nat said in her stream it's only one more day.
Frameshift drive charging.
And then the
4, 3, 2.
race to release, I guess. Hammer down those last few bugs. We've got another one. In rather the cluster of non-human signals. Elex tomorrow by the looks of it. Oh. I'm doubly glad I did this then. Dear, glad I did that though. Oh, yeah. Not made of reflexes. Ugh. Any dramatic changes that rolls out proper. So I know there's all sorts of tweaky things that Type 6. Get no comms. So there we go. Oh, Happy Sack. Many thanks for that follow. Well, welcome to the stream. Have yourself a Capri Sun on me. And if you don't have the scratch SIF card, do feel free to print one out and join in on the fun there. Well, it's pretty Type 6, but we're not going to get any fun from it, are we? Unless we shoot it down, which isn't really on brand.
Frameshift drive charging.
New streamer for me, Sparrow. Oh, welcome.
3, 2,
Happy sack. We like to stream 3 times a week from 8 till 10 p.m. UK time on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. On Tuesdays, we get into Sidewinders and Eagles and police the the community goals systems. So, do should you wish, get involved with that. We're always in the CG, and we're I'm a real boy, Happy Sack. I'm afraid. So I do get that quite a lot. I think I've just got one of those faces, Well. I think. Still getting these, which is nice. There's one odd thing about Jack. Sometimes he has a gimp around who does weird comments. Yeah, well, someone's got to keep the stream going, haven't they? I'm too busy saving the universe. Yes. I thought the Muppets were American. Well, I think a lot of it was done in the UK actually. Jim Henson's workshop was certainly based in London, I think. Just scroll 0. There we go. Happy Sack knows. I think we should. Oh no, hang on. Let's not do that. Let's box clever, shall we? And pin to that one. There we go. Have American accents, except the Swedish chef, of course. Jim Hens created them in the UK before moving to America. The TV show was made over here. Hence Diana Regan and the like turning up as guests. Frank Oz, obviously. I think American, possibly Canadian. I've not checked. Voiced Miss Piggy, among others. I think Gonzo was always my favourite, really. They've not caught any of the later Muppet output, I'm afraid. Haven't managed to try out Asteroid Mining yet. I'll have to try that out tomorrow. Yeah, we've had difficulty finding them. That's the long, the tall, and the short bit.
Frameshift anomaly detected.
Incoming.
This system is crawling with Thargoids.
Is it?
If we don't push them back, we'll be overrun. Think you can handle it?
Yeah, I reckon. Don't do much about that one, though. to have rather a lot of support here. That's what we like. Very keen on NPC support. How about you?
Good to have you on the team. Let's kill some Thargoids.
Target destroyed.
These are crumbling like end curtains. Apple blackcurrant
Shift
crumble.
anomaly detected.
We've got incoming, chaps. Somewhere. Frame shift anomaly. There we go. Red pip.
Target destroyed. Frame shift anomaly detected. Target destroyed. Under attack. Taking damage.
There you go.
Shield
That's not
breach
good.
attack. Warning. Caustic damage detected.
I say. Steady on. Missiles indeed. We're doing 92%. Shield still up. Useful chatter there for a change.
Frame shift anomaly detected.
No. Far too close for comfort.
Target destroyed.
Ooh. We're doing 78%. Still more incoming.
Under attack.
75. Possibly one more kill in us, I think. I've seen
Interceptors coming in
streamers, I think there are more
Watch
rocks than
yourself,
fishes
Commander.
now. It's still pretty rare. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be
Energy surge detected.
looking out from this side of the... Oof. Well, that was bad timing. Let's get outside. Oh, that looks bad. Looks exceedingly bad. Quite rather lovely though, doesn't it? must admit. Yeah. I think my family still intact. In fact, I think, yeah. How about that? Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a hurry. Avenge me! I mean, avenge myself by surviving. If that makes any kind of sense. I know it doesn't, but we're in trouble here. Don't mind telling you. I'm like David Niven, the start of a matter of life and death.
Hull integrity critical.
Oh, God, nav comp, blimmin' hell. That's not helped. That's not helped me at all. 22. Let's get this side. $20.
Taking damage.
I think we're going to be okay.
Lincoln calls India Mike. Greetings, Commander. Please approach the station at a safe speed and be mindful of other pilots in the area.
My definition of safe has
Position
changed
authorized.
drastically, I'm
Set down on
afraid.
landing pad 4-5.
12. Silent running, burn it off, does that work? You need to overheat your ship in this case. Well, I'm nearly done anyway. 6. Oh. So this will still work.
Enemy gear deployed. Caustic substance neutralized.
3%. Oh, blimey, Charlie.
Landing successful. Docking restraints engaged.
I don't want to do that very often.
Security patrols at Obsidian Orbital are unable to guarantee your safety.
Oh, thank you, Jared Crew, for that 10 points. Oh, you need 180% to burn it off, I think. So very early on, days that you want to be doing that. Oh. Hey, I do deserve it, Barry. You're quite right, JJ. Oh, thank you. Oh. I'm quite out of puff.
Hull repaired.
Right, contacts.
Are unable to guarantee your safety once you are beyond.
Ooh, 140k though. That's not bad. Almost worth the stress. What are we doing? 9:20. Ooh. Simply bags of time. Now, does anybody in chat know how we go and find about these blooming clouds? Specifically. Yeah. These ones. Swirling blue cloud of gas. Fixed in place at a Lagrange point that produces a regular electric discharge. Because I've, bit of a, bit of a clip there with Leroy Jenkins in the URL. That's nice. Spoilers, them curtains. Well, hang on. Let me just see what's occurring. If I can get the thing up. There we go. Fuzzy, eh? Right. Thank you for that. Good. Right. So we've been trying to find these here clouds. Them curtains. This isn't a spoiler-free zone because I've only got 2 hours to play with. There to go. I know I shouldn't be watching beta streams if I don't want to see what's... Oh, I see, MC. Oh, fair enough. Sorry, I thought it was all about me. I do apologise, MC. Yeah. Let's try something a little else. I think. Show by state. It's okay. I think we're in alternative reality universe. Yeah. I remember a beta quite some time ago which had what appeared to be phantom SRVs, which I think showed up as hollow pips, but didn't appear to have players in them, which could have been a first stab at doing NPC SRVs. Yeah, I think those are the ones we want. Oh, not done yet, Jack. Not done yet. Spooky. It is spooky. Okay, so we found a system. 17. Yeah, okay. And how far away are we? 5 jumps. Right. I'm not sure this is going to work 100%. So I apologise. My apologies beforehand if this doesn't come off.
Ship released. You are clear to leave.
Taxi service again.
Frame shift charge detected.
Curious lighting effects happening there.
Frame shift drive charging.
Ooh. Tony's had worse beatings, apparently.
You are clear of the station. Flight control signing off.
Well done, him. Give Spain, you have been through it tonight, haven't you?
3, 2,
It's a very stern voice, he needs to chill. Yeah, well. Probably finds it gets results or some such.
fuel scooping.
Oh yeah.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Ooh. Oh, that wasn't really what I wanted. What? I don't want... No. No. Thank you. Quite sure why I did that. Oh no, I think I do actually. Right. Oh, this is an important learnable, isn't it? Let's just whack it on there. Lost it. There we go. There, see. Information.
Frame Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, we all have beards and moustaches in this universe and do bad things we would never do. And Jack, well, his version in beta should be shaved then. Yeah, possibly. Of course, in what was it? John Pertwee Doctor Who story where we knew we were in an evil universe because the Brigadier had an eye patch. It was up one day of filming where Nicholas Courtney had to spin around in his chair to address the room, and so he sort of faced the wall, because that's the stupid thing, isn't it? When everybody does that dramatic thing of turning around in a swivel chair to reveal themselves in a da-da-da sort of moment. Prior to that, they've had to turn around and face the wall, which is definitely not as surprise villainous as the reveal, is it? So, one to think about there. Anyway, there we go. Happy Zack has a Jedi level goatee. Pix or it didn't happen. Happy Zack. Oh yes, so Nicholas Courtney turns around with his eye patch on, and to find everybody in the assembled cast and crew wearing eye patches as well. So the extra bad people wear 2 eye patches. Yeah. Absolutely. It's good because, if they're wearing 2 eye patches, then you know exactly where you are with them. Sadly, they have less of an idea of where you are. That's how that works. Oh. This is fun.
Fuel scooping.
Some curious things going on with the surface of the sun there. I don't realise I don't think I've ever seen Doctor Who outtakes, etc. Though I know I have. Some quite notorious ones featuring Tom Baker.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, the most famous one, I think, being we ask K9 for some information. K9 says, "Insufficient data." And Tom Baker goes, "Yeah, you never do know the answer, do you?"
4, 3, 2.
Yes. Not a children's program. Are there any of Nicola Bryant in Lanzarote asking for a friend? In all likelihood.
Fuel scooping.
Deep Red. I think he's married to Nev Fountain now, unless I'm getting my companions muddled. Nev Fountain, writer of one of the writers of
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Dead Ringers, which is a show that I do not enjoy.
Frameshift drive charging.
No accounting for taste, is there? Love Blake 7. Yes. Lost Blake, sadly. I think certainly in the early days of The Expanse, they seem to be riffing quite heavily on Blake 7. The conflict within is slightly more complex than anything that Blake 7, certainly in the first series of Blake 7, put forward. It's a little strange when Sir Verlan is posing as a non-emperor because everyone thinks she's been killed. The remake has been in development hell for a long time, just as well, I suppose. Yeah, I think there have been some audio adventures as well, so unless I'm mistaken.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay, let's have a look. See. Ooh, think about. My mind in the nearest show to a modern Blake 7 was Farscape. I don't think I've seen Farscape. Ooh, but I do appear to have frozen my system. Oh no. Full. There we go. Convoy. Looks like we've got ourselves a convoy. I'm supposed to say that every time we get a convoy. I don't make the rules. Well, technically I make the rules, but don't hold it against me. That's all I can say. Ooh, that's pretty. I've done that before. Done you. I think we've got one more, haven't we? That's why that's taking an age. Best thing about Blake 7 was Slave. It's powered off an Acorn System 1. Yes, I mean not within the universe. But yeah. Stay away, you don't want to get caught in the crossfire. That's for me to say, isn't it? Mr. Presumption. Maybe I want to get caught in the crossfire. You don't know. You're not my dad. Yeah. Okay, right. Enough of this. Thank you. Didn't want that either. Oh dear, falling apart at the seams. If I had seams, of course. Which I don't, because I'm a real boy. Acorn System 1 was an early 6502 CPU hobbyist board. Another episode of Pointless, it's on YouTube. YouTube. It was Pointless I've watched, I think. Paul Darrow and Michael Keating were on I'm reading this backwards and reconstructing in my head like the plot of Memento. Paul Darrow and Michael Keating were on Pointless the other month. Ooh, how was Paul Darrow? Because we had the Inside Skinny on him. Horrible story. I'm not sure what happened in the Pointless episode. That's quite what I wanted. Never mind. Let's try some low. Ah, he's wheelchair bound now. Leg amputated due to biting. Yes. Yeah. It's something that he'd not. I don't think it sort of been made public quite a while after it had happened. Because I think he's adjusting. I don't see the point of watching that program. Well done, Neil Exor. Well done. I've seen well enough beside that. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Because, yeah. Part of our stick at Shea Lyttle is, if you remember, they did a sort of a, long before the likes of Derek Acora hit the airwaves, they did a sort of Halloween ghost thing. It was Paul Darrow, a very odd bit of casting. It was Paul Darrow and the butch lady from off of Babylon 5. And I don't think I'd be telling tales out of school to say that it wasn't a very good show. But one of the highlights was Paul Darrow. This is back when obviously all this technology was fairly new. But yes, where he was sort of discussing what he termed a, because you could, this is like in the early days of the web, so you could log on to the web page whilst the broadcast was going on. You could log on to the web page and watch the webcast. But he sort of says, I can't do the voice. Says, and tune in to the state-of-the-art webcam. So sort of put all the emphasis on the wrong syllable there. Well, maybe butch isn't quite the word, but yeah, there was I think a security officer or somebody on Babylon 5. Splendid woman. Conflict zone. Claudia. Might have been Claudia, I'm not sure. Names are fogged in the sea of time. You can have sea fogs, can't you? Yeah, this is why they've got foghorns. I just worked that out in my head. Hurrah. Claudia Christian. That sounds very familiar. Have you said? Hello? Well then, I will.
Scan detected.
It's an eagle. Wait, I can take an eagle. Particular breed of insect in the Amazonian jungle. That deliberately gets itself I think he's changed his mind, hasn't he?
Frame shift charge.
Yep. Well, really. Come on. He's going to get away, don't you? Yep, there we go. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Commander Susan, over and over. Ah, yes. This is all. Run, use Mega. Yeah. Yeah. They bit off more than they could chew, and they bit off me. That came out weird. That Def should have made the boost fail into a starter motor sound. Yeah. We're doing all the noises tonight, aren't we? An obsidian and Paul Darrow. Gold engines. Ooh, I see Commander JJ Smashing Pumpkins has come online. Does that count as doxing? I don't think it counts as doxing. I like it when I get interdicted in my Corvette. I'm like, really? Yeah. Yeah. Choose more carefully. Ooh, boosting without enough capacitor should be a backfire or something. Yeah, I'll take that. Take that. I'm sure it'll only take a small bit of hackery in order to make that a reality. Oh, thank you, Gimp. Custom sounds please, FDev, especially for streamers. Presumably, yeah, it's all sort of status flagged anyway, so theoretically a third-party thing. If it's peeking the right stuff. This is very low intensity, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Now, who do we like? Oh, I don't know. I don't know who we like. we go. Democracy. Always. Always democracy.
Good to have you on the team, Commander.
Thank you. Not seen me fight yet. But let's go after this anaconda. I don't fancy the journey back anyway. 9:41. We are off.
Target shields offline.
Comes to weapons there. We turreted out the wazoo, by the way, in our weapon choices. So we've got quite a low damage hit. But less wear and tear on the hot ass, which is nice. How'd you in-game it, sir? You're more than welcome. Happy Saturday. Yes. That is Jack. Never mind. Never mind. Could have been if it's Jack Lyttle with a space or without a space. You do spaces. That goes for anyone else in chat as well, who isn't on my friends list. Generally only playing when I'm streaming these
Target
days.
destroyed.
You got him. Well done, Commander.
Thank you. Sounds like some friendly fire going on there, according to the chatter.
Impulse attack.
How very dare we? Quite the shield that Eagle's got. Right, little dancer.
Target shields offline.
Do like the damage marks. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Cheeky. It's all over. It's all over.
Nice work, Ace. I'm starting to think we could win this thing.
Target shields online.
I think we might. I think we might. But can we win in the next 15 minutes? That's the question. Seem to do rather well. I just think I've tipped the balance here. Look at the grasp. Maybe different games in there. I'm trying to get it changed so it's the same name everywhere online. Do, if you want to whisper at me. That'll be dandy. Dear, tide's beginning to turn.
We've almost broken them.
Target destroyed.
I've certainly broken that one. Ha ha
You're
ha.
on a roll, Commander.
Cover me in ketchup. I am on a roll. I'd appreciate it if not tell anyone that I just said that. Oh, there we go. I'm not really making much sense of those indicators, but presumably it's got to do with how many live ships are in the instance, maybe. Oh, how fitting. Asp on asp action. Oh, come on. No, we're doing 70%. Oh. Let's make ourselves into more movable. Not quite sure what happens when we pop this one. Nimble footwork there.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Target shields offline. Frame shift charge detected.
No, you don't. Not on my watch.
Target destroyed.
Oh, we've got two more in now, though. Oh, however, this is 9:49.
Commander. They're retreating. Great work, Commander. You really made a difference.
Thank you.
Frame shift charge detected. Target shields offline.
Probably just keeping some credit rating here now. And, there we go. Fab. Wow. It's another first for the Little Dangerous stream. So, awesome. There's a headlight indicator in the Vita. Yes, look. There we go. It's on the SRV as well, naturally. I blame Adam Wood for that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it makes the landing gear and cargo scoop indicators seem well outdated. I know it's a simple, universal symbol of headlights. Also, a wireframe mode. Oh wait, no. Oh, JJ. Presumably, oh, I don't know actually. I was going to waffle on there, but I'm not sure I've got, I'm speaking from knowledge or just presumption. But gets confused with the night mode thing. Oh, I see. Tron mode. Yeah, presumably it's just that the ships are too high poly for them to just do a straightforward wireframe of them. And so they'd have to sort of substitute the models, and then there's all sorts of problems with parity, I suppose. And you know, does the ship's hitbox relate to the high poly version or the low poly version? All that jazz. Right. Now, let's have a look. I'll go with Tron, the original mode. I'll go with Tron, the original mode. Oh, hello. I'm echoing. What have we got? Do we want games, or do we want creative? I'm picking out a Raid-E at the moment. Syspips. Thank you. Name curtains. Diligent co-pilot. Co-co-pilot. Chocolate pilot. That'd be nice. Backseat co-pilot, yeah. Or below seat co-pilot, perhaps. Looks like it's coming in at a hell of a rate. That's better. Well, it's a shot past, isn't it? Like most of my station approaches. Ooh. Flown by. Should have gone with flown by. Ah, really? I've overcooked that a little. Never mind. Yep. Oh, blew it like a biggin. Oh, never mind. vista, I must say.
Lakon, Golf, India, Mike. Federal Flight Control would like to welcome you to this facility. Authorization cleared. Proceed to landing pad 1-1.
Yes, Mom. Ooh, 11. My favorite number.
Decrease your speed to within regulatory limits.
Yes, Mom. Ooh. Back to Claudia Christensen, aren't we? Keen disciplinarian, I'm sure.
Scan detected.
Caution. Heavy traffic ahead.
Landing gear deployed.
And relax. Oh,
Contact. Deploying ground crew.
thank you, MC. 9 out of 10. I'll take it. Right, contacts. Combat bonds. Ooh, we've got 100k. And 170k. Not bad at all. We're on 958, so let's get back to that raid picking. Do you want to stick with Elite? Profitable enough, JJ. Certainly for my tastes. Let's raid Mr. Warpath. So I don't think we've raided him for a while. Yeah, that's the command. I think I know why as well. This is a swine to type.
Do you have
W4.
authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation.
ATH. There we go. I must warn you, this channel is intended for mature audiences. Yeah, there's a raid phrase. So, it only remains me to thank all you lovely people for joining me tonight with this silly nonsense I like to think of as a stream. Thank you very much to Happy Sack for the follow, Maniac Psycho for that host, and also Maniac Psycho and Griefed for their sterling, what's the word? Moderation, yes. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Steve Kirby for making me the man I am today. So, until we meet again, fly safe, and I shall see you in the black.